Hi, I'm Jody Argentino, partner at Argentino Family Law and Child Advocacy, located in Montclair, New Jersey. In conjunction with my guardian ad litem portion of my practice, my mediation work, my parent coordination type work in our family law and child advocacy law practice, I'm obtaining my master's in child and adolescent developmental psychology. My goal was to have a foundational knowledge of the developmental concepts that I work with on a regular basis. So, as I go through this educational journey, I decided to make this effort a teachable moment for all, just rather than just for me. So, today we're going to talk about how to foster creativity in your child and why that matters. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Life is a journey, not a destination." I think that quote is perfect to understand the value of creativity in your child's life. Creativity is defined as the formation of original ideas learned through exploration and discovery. It allows for learning through the process, not by judging the end result, and it leads to the development of imagination and integration of the right and the left sides of the brain. And development of imagination ultimately allows children to think outside the box, and the integration of the two sides of the brain help children learn to problem solve and how to develop solutions within their own lives through adulthood. When considering something like a shared custody situation, a child may share time in two different households, and those households may have very different home environments, very different personalities within them. And they're each going to have their strengths and their weaknesses. And if parents can get past that and appreciate that, the child has a chance to explore these two different environments and absorb the best of both worlds to create his own individual sense of self and become an extremely well-adjusted adult. If parents fight over or restrict that child, then the child will not have the freedom to do that and is missing out on an opportunity. It's also important to remember that even though we call time shared between parent and a child parenting time, it's not the parent's time. I often hear, oh, it's mom's time, or it's my time, or it's dad's time. And it's not. It's all the child's life. It's important not to compartmentalize it into an ownership concept. As a parent, try to encourage your child's involvement in activities that you may not like, that you may not feel comfortable with. For example, if you're a sports fan, but the child's other parent is a music teacher, maybe you promote music lessons in your child's life, and vice versa. If you can't imagine ever stepping foot onto a basketball court, there's no harm in letting your child try these new things to see how your child develops and whether they find enjoyment in those things. Encouraging your child to enjoy the process rather than perfect the result is how learning occurs. For example, if your child is interested in art, be less concerned about the final product for you to hang on the fridge, and more concerned that your child is finding a voice in a different medium. This is especially true with preschool children because they're learning the very basics of human interaction, approval, and natural consequences. Praise your child's efforts, even if the result is less than perfect. If you seek perfection, your child will learn that they are consistently disappointing you, and they will eventually stop trying. If you seek involvement and promote the process, your child will learn to appreciate the process and you, rather than just trying to impress you with perfection and ultimately developing a feeling of being less than, because the projects aren't going to always turn out as they hoped. Honor the differences between you and your child, between your child and their siblings, between you and other parental figures. Promote linkages and create integration. In divorced families, honoring the differences can be especially difficult for parents, but it's enormously helpful for your child. If you and your co-parent have difficulty communicating, think about engaging a co-parenting therapist or a co-parenting mediator to help you learn to communicate more effectively. Sometimes it's just about finding a conduit for expressing yourselves to each other. Sometimes it's about learning how to speak the same language, even if you're actually speaking the same language. It's a matter of interpretation. Or if you really can't get there, think about maybe hiring a parent coordinator to assist in contentious decision making. All of these things, all are an effort toward your child's creativity and your child's development. And as long as you can keep your eye on the goal and enjoy the journey along the way, then you're doing right by your child.